It is that time of the show. It's your recruiting report. We're going to bring in our Kevin McPherson, our insider for Arkansas basketball. And one of the guys that is joining Musselman's team this year, Kevin, is Justin Smith. Last year he was with Indiana, deciding to come and transfer to Arkansas. What do you like about this guy?
I like a lot about Justin Smith. 6'7". You talk about an uber athlete. I mean, the guy, 48-inch vertical leap. That's elite bounce. But he's productive. You know, career highs last year as a junior at Indiana, over 10 points a game, over 5 rebounds per game, shot right around 50% from the field. He's not a guy that's really going to stretch the floor in terms of perimeter shooting. But what you like about him, especially when you look last year at Arkansas and some of the struggles they had matching up with LSU's athletic front line and some other front lines being undersized, they didn't always match up well playing around the rim. And, Adriel Bailey at 6'6" has moved on, who was a senior, was kind of that guy that brought some of that athleticism, playing in and around the basket. This guy's a little bit bigger, a little bit bouncier, and also more productive. So I think this is a good guy to bring in to not only fill Adriel's that void left by his departure, but also maybe take it up a notch. And then you look at the pieces around him. I mean, Vance Jackson, the 6'9" senior grad transfer from New Mexico, here's a guy that can stretch the floor, put the ball on the floor, shoot the ball from the perimeter. So now you've got more versatility in your front line, and you're not, stuck with one way to match up with other teams. So I really like this addition for Arkansas. I think Smith brings a lot to the table. You look, he started 64 games between his sophomore and junior seasons at Indiana playing in the Big Ten. So it's not like a guy that hasn't proven himself as a veteran worthy of a starting position at the high major level. So Arkansas automatically gets a guy I think that's going to come in and be a big boost for what Eric Musselman likes to do, which is to have a blend of veteran players. He's got a freshman class ranked in the top 5 in the country coming in. We've talked about that. But I think a guy like Smith is going to be, one of 3 seniors now. All 3 of them as grad transfers are new to Arkansas, but they're not new to high-level play at college basketball. And so I think Musselman's going to be able to integrate that, and I really like this addition because of what he brings to the floor and his veteran experience.
An immediate addition that we love, but let's kind of talk now down the future. Class of 22 and 23 guys that you're able to go work out in person, and I love this because you bring such great feedback when you do this. The first guy we'll talk about is Nick Smith.
Yeah, ESPN just updated its top 60 for the class of 2022, and as good as that class is in the state of Arkansas, Nick Smith Jr. from Sylvan Hills, combo guard, is the only one ranked in that top 60 right now for ESPN. Another service has him ranked in the top 50 there in the 40s. So here's a, really arguably a national top 50 guy. He has grown. He was 6'3" as a sophomore this past season at Sylvan Hills. He's now at least 6'4", probably in between 6'4", 6'5", has great length. But what I really like about Nick Smith Jr., he's got that alpha scorer mentality, and he sees the floor well and can facilitate. So he's a true combo guard, can play the 1 or 2. But getting to watch him work out, not only do you see that he's grown, but you see that his skill level has improved as he's working on different combinations and counter moves. And again, I talk about that alpha mentality. You've got to have guys like that. You've got guys that play certain roles, but anytime you've got a guy that you can, saddle up and get behind in terms of lead your team, be a potential guy that can lead you in scoring at the next level. That's what I see with him. It's a really deep, talented class. There's 5 players in that class from the state of Arkansas that have offers, but Nick Smith Jr. is one of those guys, and what I saw of him this week tells me that he's not only grown, not just physically, but his skill level, and he's a guy that, to me, that continues to project as a guy that could come to Arkansas and be an impact player at that level.
A class of 2023 guy that you got to watch, Bryson Warren. What did you see that impressed you about him?
Well, he's a guy that we talk about alpha mentality again. He was a freshman at North Little Rock, the first freshman to start for Johnny Rice from the beginning of the season throughout the season, and he was one of their top scorers on a team that was loaded with talent and Division I talent. Now he's at Little Rock Central. He's transferred, and he'll be at Central for his sophomore season. But he's also grown. He was a 6'1" player last year. Now he's up to at least 6'2", probably got a chance to push 6'3" sometime this year, I think. But such a talented, skilled player. Again, we talk about skill level. His shot is smooth. He's very confident and poised player. He's probably what I call sneaky athletic. I don't think people realize just how quick and he's got some bounce too. And sometimes, but the way he operates, he's a smooth operator. I really like his game. And Little Rock Central now is going to have a chance to take off because of players like Bryson Warren. But he's got an Arkansas offer. He's the first in-state player from the class of 2023 to get an Arkansas offer, and I expect him to continue to have success playing on the other side of the river now in Little Rock at Central High School.
Yeah, Kevin, thanks a lot. Love the knowledge, love the insight you bring every week. Of course, you are our eyes around the state with all of this talent, and of course, who Arkansas is interested up. Coming in after the break, Devonte Davis. He's a guy that's been putting out these workout videos online. The incoming freshman for Eric Musselman, getting bigger, stronger in the gym. We're going to show you those videos and talk to him after the break.